ほんならそろそろ奇跡の時間や。ひっくり返したるわ。挽回。坂島横島八方塞がり。
誰にも邪魔させないよ。君を解体してあげるからさ。
てめえが何だろうと構わねえ。俺の前に立ち塞がるなら食い殺すまでだ。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Alright guys, so we are back with yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and it is now time to showcase Can't Fear Your Own World Shinji, Grimmjow, and Luppi. Finally, the 6th round of Can't Fear Your Own World characters have been resurrected, and we only have 4 more resurrections left to go before we can get the movie characters' resurrections as well as Spirits Are Forever With You. So we're going at a bit of a faster pace now that we're done with Thousand Year Blower. And yeah, this type of banner in particular was very hyped because we got Bankai Shinji for the first time ever in the game, animated, alongside a brand new Grimmjow and Luppi. And if you guys already knew, you guys knew that they shafted the Beyond Resurrection Grimmjow. And thankfully, they did kind of redeem it with this character right here in particular. Luppi was just whatever upon coming out, but the best in banner was obviously this Shinji right here. And before getting to showcase the character, let's go with a before and after resurrection. Shinji was yet another power Soul Reaper killer who was very comparable to the likes of Spirit Society Byakuya back in 2020, where both of the characters had almost the same identical damage output. The only difference is that once Shinji procs an ailment, he does do more damage, but his Soul Bomb was a lot weaker because this guy lacked devastation compared to Byakuya. And nuking mattered in Guild Quest back in the day. Besides having a really good kit, you needed to have a really good Soul Bomb. That was the meta back then. But thankfully now that has changed, so nuking doesn't really matter as much as it once used to be. But besides that, he was just a melee Soul Reaper killer, whereas Byakuya was a ranged one at that. So yeah, he had a soul trait of reach time of -12%, 3k length beam, 960 in front, and a full screen 1200 radius SA3 with confusion on the entire kit. Now, the actual status element itself is pretty useless, but the crazy thing that they did with this character is that they gave him a very high damage value when you inflict the confusion, 40%. Now, we didn't have bonus abilities back then, but once we got them, you can literally get this damage to confused enemies up by 80% at max. So, yeah, an additional 40% damage to confused enemies via the bonus ability. Just crazy to even think about. But anywho, the rest of the skill set, he had a 20% Bruiser, 20% Berserker, this nice little skill right here of increased power attribute Captain Strong attack damage of 20%. So Shinji had different multiplicative values, making him a tad bit stronger than Byakuya with his strong attack kit, and had Havoc of 20%, Frenzy +1, Debilitator of +5 seconds with Sprint +1, damage to confused enemies like I stated. The only thing that this guy really needs right now is just more damage, realistically speaking. So what did he pick up on his resurrection? Well, we're about to find out right now because his upgrades are great. It's just, I feel like he is missing something, which I'm going to get into. So already, starting off with the soul trait, he picked up 22% strong attack damage inflicted at full stem. Now this right here is new because normally when we get this type of soul trait, it was always kept at 20. Now they upped the value by 22%. So we're gonna start getting stronger soul traits as time goes on with this game. And I will not be surprised if by the time we have access to the 3rd page of the attribute tree, we'll be able to work on strong attack damage at full stamina and even full stamina damage boost. But until then, only time will tell, but this is already one of Power's best links that we have right now. And the crazy thing is that this character got a much better resurrection than the likes of 5th Anniversary Ichigo. I'm not even capping. So, he didn't have any innate abilities before, but now he did. His Burn +1 used to be a 6-star ability, and it got moved into the innate ability just to make more room for 6-star abilities, which I don't mind. But he did pick up Guard Break, which is fantastic. It means that you do not have to worry about breaking guard to get all of your damage out. And he picked up Weakened Immunity. Now, I can understand why they gave him that, because we do have Weakened Puddles in Guild Quest, but this is not a character that you're mainly using in Guild Quest to begin with, so if you guys ask me, it's a bit of a wasted upgrade. But everything else, the Bruiser remained the same, but his Berserker sought a 30% damage increase, so that's already really good. With the Soul trait and the Berserker being increased, that's already a 52% damage increase, which is very good. He picked up Devastation, which isn't bad, but I would have preferred if this guy got the SP boost. Yes, he is missing that, unfortunately. And besides that, he also picked up this right here, increased status element chance against technique attribute Soul Reapers. So when it comes to using this character in Link Slot Trials, he will always have this skill active and will be able to inflict status elements consistently. And we do have Soul Reaper enemy mobs present, so for that kind of game mode, it is already a very good upgrade, and you can use this guy in epic raids if you're up against a Soul Reaper boss. And they did up the damage to confused enemies by 10%, so now it's a 50% damage increase. So with this, you'll be able to get it up to 90%. So yeah, I think that the upgrades are actually very nice. My main concern is that I just wish that this guy got the SP boost to make him a really good resurrection. And also, this skill right here, in my opinion, should have just been towards all technique attribute enemies. This is not a character that you're going to be using in Guild, so may as well make him into a really good PvE unit that just works everywhere else except in Guild Quest, except in Limit Breaker Quest. That's what I kind of would have preferred, because guess what? He already had a premium unit get this kind of skill beforehand, which we're going to get into. Diskin and Izuru, who got resurrected before, did not have the increased element chance against speed enemy mobs. And thanks to their resurrection, they did indeed pick up the skill. And it's towards every single speed attribute enemy, which in my opinion is kind of disappointing because it is a limited character, and I just feel like it really deserved that kind of treatment. This is one of the more popular Can't Fear Your Own World resurrections, and while I still think that the upgrades are good, I don't know, man. It just feels like he was 2 steps away from being the perfect resurrection in my eyes. But still, a good resurrection nonetheless. He got a much better treatment than Ichigo. Better than getting damage to weaken enemies without having an increased element chance to be able to get away with doing so. So let's just go ahead and showcase my Shinji and bring him into co-op. Alright, here we are in co-op Link Slot Trials, and we do have Soul Reaper enemies like I stated before, so this guy will be very consistent. Now, I'm planning to do 2 runs with this guy because I want to try to pop the Masaki Link onto this guy right here. But the setup, we do have the badge plus the pill and the Zeta pill because we have underground enemy mobs. I am choosing not to waste time, and I'm just going to slap it onto him. And yeah, max transcendent links right across the bat. So with this, we have 6.6k SP on Shinji, and I gave him full stamina damage boost and long stride. So here, this guy is going to dominate. So let's just start this off with the setup that I have on him, and then the next run, I'm going to give him the Masaki link. So yeah, like I said before, he has a 3k length beam, a 960 in front, and a 1200 radius, a full screen SA3, and I lost my full stamina damage boost, but we'll get it back in no time, so don't worry about that. We'll be able to get it through the next map. Oh, man, I forget that Ganju actually has a vortex. Just be a little careful. And we're good to go. So yeah, we did lose a lot of damage there, unfortunately, but here, we'll be able to get it back, and we'll get to fully showcase this character. And yeah, 24k, 27k, hold on. Yeah, boom, just like that. Wow, look at the damage that he did to yeah, that is insane. Keep in mind, this guy is max transcendent at the end of the day. Of course, against other enemy mobs, it's going to be a lot more annoying just to be able to get the damage to confusion enemies active, because do not have the increased element chance against those enemies, and it would have been so much better if we had it against all of them. Anywho, let's nuke it. Still one of my favorite soul bombs that we have in the game, but yeah, just like that. They did improve his soul bomb by just giving him devastation. Although, like I stated before, nuking is kind of dead in this game. It's irrelevant, so like you don't really need it as much. But it still does help when it comes to putting in really good damage numbers. in what you want to do with this character. Heck, it might actually even be viable for epic grades at that point, just to increase the damage capacity that you can get out of him and do all that crazy stuff. But yeah, let's give him the Masaki link and see how much better he does. Obviously, we're going to experience some cooldown issues, just letting you guys know right now, but we'll still be fine. Here we are back again, and we did swap out this time 5th anniversary Ichigo for Masaki. She's 2-5, level 12 SP. So yeah, we'll be able to get the spiritual pressure boost upon inflicting a status ailment, which will allow us to do more damage. Yeah, we're missing just a little bit of SP, but we'll do a lot more damage. The only issue is, once we start the quest, you guys are going to notice some cooldown issues. You're about to witness what could have been the perfect resurrection. And there we go, we got the SP boost. And just like that, wow, we nearly one-shot Ganju, which, by the way, he's a no-affiliation enemy, so that makes sense. But, yeah, Shinji is already doing a fine job with killing off all the mobs. It's just, you know, SA3 now takes like a good 16 seconds before we can get it back. SA1, 5. SA2, a good frickin' 11 to 10 seconds. So, like, what's the problem when it comes to rocking these 40% SP boost links and not having the recharge when moving in between the quest areas? We lost our full stamina damage boost, unfortunately, so we gotta be a little bit more careful. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this definitely has slowed us down significantly. God damn, bro. Alright, let's use the SA3. There we go. Thankfully, we'll be able to get our HP back, so let's move up here, get it, and we'll just nuke the quest here. Boom. Kisuke is down for the count. Jesus, the damage that this guy can do. Yeah. Definitely a lot better with the SP boost link, but yeah. Ah, man. Shinji's Resurrection, I like it more than what 5th anniversary Ichigo got, but it's just missing a couple things, but still fun. And at the end of the day, if you guys don't like this character, you guys can still use the Tech 1000-Year Blower one, which is a lot better than this power one. It's just that this guy is more enjoyable because, one, this is the Cancerian World novel Shinji, and two, he has a much better SA1. But still, good resurrection, just almost perfect. Up next, we have Cancerian World Grimmjow. Now, this guy was what we all considered to be a melee Tokinata back for his time, because he was yet another Heart Soul Reaper killer, was melee at that, and was given guard break. Back then, not a lot of normal attacking characters were given that skill, and this was only one of the few characters that have gotten it, and overall this guy was among the best Heart characters that we had in the game, doing what Tokinata does, but as a melee character, and because he was melee, it just meant that he would be a little bit of a faster character to auto with, and just be able to clear through content as fast as possible. And he does have a soul trait of DR of -20%, making him still a really good PvP link for when it comes to equipping this character onto any Heart PvP character, whether it's Yuhabak or Meninia. Now, we have yet to get a more dominant Brave Battle character for Heart, but until then, this is still a good link to use nonetheless, and we wanted to pick up normal attack damage of 16% to complement well with its DR capabilities. And as for everything else, he doesn't inflict status ailments. He has a 40% bruiser with Flurry +1, Sprinter +1, Poise, Guard Break, hit hidden enemies, and a Berserker of 50%. So of course, outside of the fact that we want him to be a good link, we want him to also pick up a little bit more damage into his 6-star abilities and also pick up Long Reach. And thankfully, he did get just that for his resurrection. He now picked up normal attack damage of 16% via the soul trait. And now, this is Heart's second 20% DR link with NAD 16 that you can use, which is already fantastic. Now, the next DR link that is 20% to get a resurrection is going to be the base form star. And here's hoping he does get normal attack damage of 16%, so that way we have a complete trio of DR 20 with NAD 16%. So, yeah, already great soul trait. And then the innate abilities. They gave this guy long reach of 20%, an extra 30% more normal attack damage at full stamina, and decreased Soul Reaper damage taken of 20%. Now, if you guys ask me, this skill right here the DR to Soul Reapers is completely wasted, because if for whatever reason you're planning to bring this guy in PvP, the only dominant Soul Reaper unit in there is just Renji. The rest is a mix between Quincy's, Ronkors, and even humans. So that skill in and of itself, if you're planning to run this guy defensively, he's not that good of an option. He's just waiting to get cooked in PvP. And even in the likes of Guild Quest, the thing is, it's pointless because one, your main lead is going to be sniping down the enemy mobs like as if it were nothing, and two, this guy was given Star Bearer of +5. So the skill is just completely wasted, if you guys ask me. And I do appreciate that he got this right here. What else did he pick up? He picked up Heart Attribute Character Normal Attack Damage of 20%. This was new, so already more damage. Oh, what else? His Bruiser got buffed from 40% to 50%. So with this, oh yeah, that's really good. He picked up a 26% damage increase in his Bruiser. And do keep in mind, he also has the full stam normal attack damage of 30% and the Heart Attribute Character Normal Attack Damage. So already, we're looking at a 76% damage increase in total, despite having a lot of different multipliers onto this character right here. And then the other thing that he picked up was Weaken Immunity, which is nice. Now, if you guys were to use this character in Guild Quest, he can work. He is not going to be too bad of a unit to run, but if you guys ask me, I just think that at that point, I would have loved to see some Guild Quest skills being given onto these melee normal attacking characters, because how many of you guys are going to be using melee normal attacking characters in general just for either autoing or just manual playing? Because I don't think that many people do that nowadays with how many broken characters that we have gotten in the game by far, and a lot of us prefer using SP units. I do take the ailment resistance because this is still very useful, and it's great if you do not have any other normal attacking character for melee Soul Reaper in this kind of case. And then of course he picked up Star Bearer +5, which is completely new. So yeah, a lot of new skills were added into this character. That being said, for Guild Quests, unfortunately with how they revamped the game mode itself, you want to have Guild Quest skills onto your normal attacking characters to even do better, which is kind of unfortunate, and that's why, I don't know, I would have loved, instead of full stamina only normal attack damage of 30%, give us something along the lines of a mini increased killer effect, right? 20% killer effect in Guild Quest, 10% outside of Guild Quest. Okay, maybe not the best example for a skill to get replaced, but if anything, I would remove the Berserker for the mini Guild Quest skill just to make Grimmjow work, and then I think it would be fine. And this skill right here, 20% melee damage in Guild Quest, 10% outside of Guild Quest, and it would still function effectively, because if you take a look at all the other melee normal attacking characters that we have for Soul Reaper killers, there aren't that many, realistically speaking. Now, you can use the likes of Mila Rose, but she isn't immune. Ishin, he isn't immune. Yakuya has seen better days, as well as Spirit Society Chad. Like, you're not looking at a very good selection of melee Soul Reaper killers outside of Christmas Remy, who is the best one out of them for the likes of Guild Quest, since he has a 53% boost on his SA3, and he has a boost on the SA1 as well, meaning that this guy is going to be the most consistent normal attacking character, and he has the most in terms of the skill set that the character provides. So that's kind of the reason why. But Grimmjow's Resurrection is still alright. I'm not going to complain about it whatsoever. With that being said, I'm still going to bring this guy into co-op. There isn't really much else where we can showcase this character overall. We do not have Melee Soul Reaper Guild Quest available as of right now, and I don't think I'm going to be showcasing this character when that Guild Quest does come around, regardless of all things. So, anywho, the setup, we do have him at 3-5. Him and Luppi are the only characters I do not have max transcended, but I'll be able to get them done via the special move Training Grounds. And with this, we have the Golden Chappie, and the Bait, all with 30% attack, and triple max transcended NAD links with either full stamina normal attack damage or full stamina damage boost. Other than that, this is the best setup that we can get going for our NAD characters. Full stamina damage boost and attack, so we'll see the best amount of damage that this guy can do. And yeah, let's just have a little bit of fun and just use this character right here. Just do keep in mind when it comes to using this character, his Star Bearer is going to run out fast. It only lasts for 20 seconds, so it's not even permanent. So yeah, getting right into the quest itself. Oh yeah, Weaken Puddles our thing. Wow, this guy's one-shotting, okay. Against the boss, obviously, it does take a bit. Oh, we lost our full stamina damage boost. I didn't even realize. Yeah, that's the sucky thing about when it comes to using melee normal attacking characters, because you are not at a safe distance, and when it comes to just sniping enemy mobs, there's always a chance you're getting hit, unless you just start playing the dodging game and just go through it. Anywho, I want to die and just get my full stamina back, so let's do that real quick. Thank you. Let's revive. Let's get a bit of crowd control. Ooh, Bambi used her barrage, so that gave me an opportunity to attack. Yes, sir. Nice. Yeah, around the 30k-ish damage. Keep in mind, enemies have iron skin. Imagine they could literally nullify the pierced iron skin null. My god. Yeah, you guys get the point. And, yeah, not much else to say. This guy is now basically one of the regular Guild Quest normal attacking characters that you would expect to use outside of Guild Quest. So, yeah, not much else to say. Oh, by accident, I used this all. Still a cool soul bomb, but yeah, I needed to use it eventually. But yeah, of course, no damage because we chappied this character. But yeah. Other than that, Grimmjow's best asset is being a link for your PvP characters. 20% PR with 16% NAD is always forever going to be a welcome addition. So, no complaints about that. Let's just at least finish through the quest as fast as possible. I lost my full stamina. I don't think I'll be able to get it back entirely. But, yeah, other than that, Grimmjow got a good resurrection. I just don't think that his usage in Guild Quest will be all that much better compared to, like, Christmas Grammy or any other characters that we have gotten thus far, but, it's a wild one. Like, what else is there to say? If you want to auto single-player content with this character, just know it's not going to be all that different. Just get a bit of a new thing going here. And, yeah, we're just about done with this quest. Ah, that took a bit of time. Didn't give him long stride, but I just didn't feel like I needed to, so. Yeah, that's Grimmjow for you guys. Great Link. His DPS is a lot better now. I just don't think he's going to be that kind of character to use in Guild Quest, realistically. So, yeah, let's move on to Luppi now. So like I said before, Luppi was the worst character of the banner due to two simple facts. The first thing was that he was another no-affiliation killer. Back then, we barely had content in which we could take down no-affiliation enemy mobs, with the exception of Guild Quest, and there were just better characters to use over this guy, realistically speaking. So that was already the one thing that kind of drove people nuts in general in the first place. And he needed dupes just to even be considered good, because back then, of course, every single unit was getting the same skill set of Frenzy +1, Havoc of 20% with a 20% Berserker if you had status elements. Without status elements, you would get a much higher Berserker at that. So, like, that was always the meta back in 2020. And the second thing was that he was not given too much of a good kit. He was given an 18% shave SA1, a Suction Vortex on the SA2, which isn't a bad strong attack per se. It's better to use as an SA1 than an SA2 nowadays, but back then it wasn't considered too good of a strong attack. And then he had a 1200 radius SA3, being the only broken strong attack that this guy had. So, realistically speaking, for this guy, we just want him to get a really good link, because we do not care about this unit. It's Luppi. So, yeah. 20% Berserker, 20% Bruisers, Devastation of 40%, Fire Immunity, Havoc of 20%, Frenzy +1, Debilitator of +5 seconds, and Sprinter +1. So, yeah. He can get more damage. I'll definitely say that, but I don't think it's going to change too much at the end of the day. And what did he pick up on the Soul Trait W move? He picked up damage inflicted at full stamina of 18%. 18%, by the way! It's the first of its kind, like we had for the Can't Fear Your Own World Halibut, who had an 18% strong attack damage. So, like I stated, for Shinji, I will not be surprised if we can get a permanent increase in full stamina damage boost. So this link right here can go up to 20% if that were the case. So I like the link already. Yeah, it's not 14%, but bro, we'll take it. Let's say you do not have Grammy, Zombie, Toshiro, or any of the other 1000-year blower characters that have recharge, and full stamp strong attack damage. This is still a viable link at the end of the day. He picked up Guard Break, which is already great. His Havoc and Spurner +1 got moved into the innate abilities. What else did he pick up? His Berserker got a similar increase to Shinji, so not bad. I like this already. His Devastation got changed from 40 to 50. He picked up this as well. Again, it should have been better if it was against Heart Attribute enemies instead of Heart Attribute No Affiliation enemies, because guess what? We do not have access to No Affiliation enemies in Mind Only Linsatral, so this is already wasted. And he also picked up damage to weaken enemies and weaken defense, so yeah. Do I want to showcase him? Let's just showcase him, who cares? Okay, here we are, and like I stated before, no affiliation enemies, just the Ronkors and Quincy's, and here is the setup. 4-5, once again, gonna get him done via the special move training grounds. Spotted Share Plus, Pill, Zeta Pill. We do have underground enemy mobs, action sending links right across the bat, so yeah, full stamina, long stride, same setup as Shinji. Let's just see how much better he does in here now that he has gotten his upgrades. So getting right into it, SA1 is dog shit. SA3 is good. SA2 is pretty solid. I mean, not much to say here. But the SA1 is literally what holds this character back from even being good. So we don't even have the increased element chance against any of these enemy mobs. Bro, I'm not bothering to put the Ishin link or the Yumichika link on this character. I do not care, bro. I mean, we're doing alright, I guess, but I take it back, we're doing pretty badly against the bosses compared to Shinji. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, there was nothing to save this character with, so like, even if he got, per se, SP boost, right? He got his Frenzy +1 changed into Frenzy +2, right? If he got, like, any broken type of upgrade, this character would have still been kind of mid. Because guess what? Shitty SA1. And the SA2 could be a lot better because this SA2 is normally an SA1, right? So stupid, man. Really stupid. That's the kind of thing that we're going to talk about once Aura gets resurrected, because that character is even more garbage than Luppi. Has the same killer as Luppi, right? And the same skill set as him too. Of course, I'm talking pre-resurrection, right? Base form-wise. So, like, Aura has the same SA1 as Luppi, but has a fucking crawling vortex. So, like, that character is going to be the definition of, it doesn't matter what the fuck you get, you're still going to be shit at the end of the day. That's literally what's going to happen with Aura once her resurrection does come around. Don't expect as much commentary. But, yeah, that's Luppi for you guys. Though not the craziest character, but his Link is definitely great. So, at least there's that. They made him into a good Link, which is pretty much what we would want to have at the end of the day. So, yeah. That's it for the Can't Fear Your Own World Round 6 Resurrections. Let me know how you guys feel about Shinji and Grimmjow's resurrections. Are you satisfied with it? Would you guys have wanted more like me? Do let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff. And I hope to see you guys all in the next one. This has been your boy, the Dash Smasher, and I'm officially signing out. So take care, lads. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.